Here are all of the features that I wish they would have added in 1.14 Village and Pillage. So here we are in Minecraft. In the first features, I kind of have a few, all have to do with the campfire. I really love the campfire. And in fact, if you watch my favorite things in Minecraft 1.14, Campfire Smoke is one of the things that I mention as being one of my favorite new features in Minecraft. And I've played around with Campfire Smoke quite a bit, and that kind of got me thinking on this path of things that I wish they would have changed. Specifically with campfires, I wish that there was a way for you to be able to push and pull them with pistons. Right now, it is just not possible. So if I add a piston over here, you can see the piston will work. If the campfire's not in the way, it will also work. If I put something else there, it will continue to work. It just does not work with a campfire. I assume that the reason with this is because this has an inventory. Any of the blocks that have inventories, just like chests have inventories. You can't do anything with those. With this, it would be all of the raw food that you can add onto the edges of the campfire. While those are there, they are not going to be pushed by pistons. But I wish that they would do some type of feature where, like, if you pushed it, all the things that are just resting on it would kind of like pop off, like when they're done cooking, how they just pop off of the block. The reason that I really want these to be pushed and pulled by pistons is because I was specifically trying to make a way to type or do smoke signals with these, and it's just really limited because of the fact that you can't push them around. You have to push blocks above inside of the smoke. And that gets me to the second feature that I wish they would have added when it comes to campfires, and that is the abilities for Campfire Smoke to go through another campfire. I really wish that you could stack campfires on top of each other. And basically what I'm looking for is this smoke right here is really nice, but if you zoom out, you'll notice that there are some pretty big holes in the campfire smoke. So in order to get around that, I thought, well, maybe if I just throw a campfire below it, you'd have two campfire smokes going up, and then it would be able to fill in those holes. One way that you can kind of see what I'm talking about is if you put a whole bunch of campfires together like this and then go back where it looks like the smoke trail is all just from one campfire, you can see that the smoke column is very consistent because they are all back there kind of filling in the gaps between the two, between all four of those campfires. You're going to get a really perfect looking pillar. So I really wish that it would be implemented into the game that campfire particle smokes could pass through a campfire. That way you can stack them on top of each other. Next, if you watched my video about all the things that I love in Minecraft, I mentioned lanterns were one of the blocks that I really loved in the game. And it's true, I really do like them, but I wish that a new type of lighting block would be implemented into the game, and that is some type of directional lighting. Because in order to really keep mobs from spawning in your worlds or around your base, obviously you need to put down lights. And so what most people do is they take torches and they spam them everywhere, because when a torch is on the ground, that is the largest pool of light that you're going to get, and zombies and things spawn on the ground. So you need the light as close to the ground as possible because of how light works in Minecraft. And that is, it only generates from the source outwards, and that's it. So if you have a situation where you were to build something nice and decorative, like a street lamp, and you go up into the air and place your lighting up there, well, you're actually going to have less lighting on the ground because you've gone up so many blocks and it's a sphere. So you're only getting the bottom curve of that sphere hitting the ground. So it is much smarter if you place it directly onto the ground. You can see that lighting change right there. If you put the item directly onto the ground, that makes the most sense. So having tons of torches spammed on the ground is really the best way to light your world. Introducing the thing that I want, which is directional lighting, is something that will give a cone of light. And it doesn't have to like look like a cone. It just has to be coated in so that it will produce light onto the ground, and that way you could have lights up inside of things like on this tree or whatever, and you wouldn't be diminishing the light on the ground. In fact, you may get a bigger pool of light onto the ground, which would stop mobs from spawning, really making everybody's builds look so much more beautiful because you could just use that item that poured light onto the ground and nothing else. And it would really, really get rid of all those ugly torches in people's builds. Next up is villages, raids, and the Wandering Trader. If you watch my video about things that I hate about Minecraft 1.14, I go on a big rant about the Wandering Trader. So let me offer a solution that I think would be really, really nice. And that is after you defeat a raid in a village and you have the hero of the village enchant, a Wandering Trader spawns and comes to the village that you are in. This would get rid of the weird randomness that happens with Wandering Traders. I know that the Wandering Trader does become more and more available to you as time goes on and one doesn't spawn, but this would mean that you'd be able to plan accordingly whenever a Wandering Trader comes into the village because you just defeated a raid. Of course, the Wandering Trader's gonna come by. I also mentioned this in my things I hate about Minecraft 1.14, which was that the trader should have better trades. There are tons of really, really, really rare things in Minecraft. I mean, just going through some of these things like creeper heads and skulls, that sort of stuff. Obviously, the Totem of Undying, although we already have a way to get that. Heart of the Sea. I mean, it could really be anything. Nether stars, beacons, tridents, all of the very, very rare things in Minecraft that you do have to work really, really, really hard at in order to get. It would be fantastic if instead of working hard at getting that thing, you worked hard at finishing a raid and then you could trade for it from the villager. It would be almost like a wild card to get those really, really difficult to get items in Minecraft. The next thing that I wish would have been implemented into the game is a better way to find these guys. The Pillager Outpost is really important if you want to do a raid, but stumbling across one feels very, very random and also really, really, really difficult because most people, when you're just walking around, are not going to be able to spy these things or see them. Most likely, you'd probably try to use Elytra to fly above, but Elytra, you've already beaten the game. You've gotten so far along in the game that you have Elytra and maybe mending on that Elytra and that sort of stuff. So what I wish to make these a little bit easier to find would be a cartographer in a village would sell a map to find one of these, just like how the cartographer also sells a map to find the mansions. I feel like this should be a thing to be found based off of a map, or possibly dungeon chests, the abandoned mineshaft chests, any of those type of chests that also have loot in them. I wish that a map to a Pillager Outpost would be added to those type of loot tables so that you could find a villager outpost by using a map instead of just wandering around the world. Next has to do with this right here, bamboo. I wasn't really able to find a bamboo forest, although I've been looking, so I found little bits of bamboo. So we're going to be talking about bamboo. I personally really actually like the bamboo block. I'm glad that it has been added to the game. Although, actually, I just kind of mentioned what my frustration is. The bamboo block is not really a bamboo block. It is just a bamboo stick. So why can't you take a crafting table like you can with so many other blocks, throw the bamboo in there, and make a bamboo block out of it? This would be an awesome building block, a green bamboo block. Why is it that we have the kelp block, but we don't have a bamboo block? How did we get this, but no bamboo block? Why can't the bamboo block that doesn't exist be existing in Minecraft? Okay, things got a little bit heated there. We've come to the last thing that I wish they would have implemented into the game. It has to do with these lovely beauties, kitty cats, because I wish that the Minecraft team would have added my cat to the game. I entered my cat into the cat contest, wasn't picked, and so my cat will forever never be implemented into Minecraft. Okay, this is kind of a joke one. It is my last one. Is that I'm glad that they had the cat contest. I think it's really cool that a community member's cat has been forever immortalized inside of Minecraft. But oh man, I do wish that my kitty Waffles would have been added into the game. So that's my last wish. Why didn't you add Waffles into Minecraft, Mojang? There you have it, my list of features that I think should be added into the game. Did I miss anything? Leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's a feature that you wish would have been implemented into the game. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications to know when I drop a video next. And I'll see you next time on OMGcraft. Bye.